The new sports report is brought to you by J&J Cabinets and Trim, Jeff Mosier Construction, and two new advertisers, Bob's Merchandise on Nevada Avenue and Kirk Pierce Construction. From start to finish, J&J Cabinets and Trim complete the job, whether it's in the kitchen, living room, or wherever it may be. Call Joshua at 423-437-1776 or Jason at 423-871-1447 and let them come out and give you a fair and honest estimate of how little the job will cost to beautify your home and improve its value. So, call J&J today. You'll be so glad you did. Making your vision come true. That is what we do. Kirk Pierce Construction. 423-912-4280 or 423-907-2439. Remodeling, siding, windows, doors, framing, bobcat work, seamless guttering. Making your vision come true. That is what we do at Kirk Pierce Construction. Merry Christmas from everyone at Kirk Pierce Construction.
Where is Bob's Merchandise?
Make a right turn on Nevada Avenue by the Fleet Building. Go up the road a bit and you are there. Bob's Merchandise has a huge holiday sale on a lot of musical instruments and accessories. It's going on right now. Take this Alvarez RD26 spruce top, mahogany back and side, satin finish, only $239. Bob also has this 3-tier keyboard rack in stock right now.
He has guitars starting at $59 for those kids this Christmas.
Brand new Washburn acoustic with case, only $229.
Also, Bob reminds us that Jesus is the reason for the season. Have a very Merry Christmas.
Bob's Merchandise, 128 Nevada Avenue, La Follette, Tennessee. Mosier & Son Construction, licensed and insured. No job too big or small for Mosier & Son, and I know you probably heard that many times, but it's true. They will do the job right the first time, because Jeff is picky, very picky. Just ask his customer, they'll tell you. Call Jeff. Call today before the bad weather hits at 423-494-8133 for any home improvement you may have to have done. Call Jeff. And now the show. And now let's move on to high school basketball. Up first, our undefeated Lady Cougars of Campbell County. It was a battle for the top spot in District 3A as the Lady Wildcats came into Cougar Nation this past Friday night at John R.W. Brown Gym to take on our Lady Cougars. Our Lady Cougars came into Friday's game 4-0, and although it was a knockdown dragout, our Lady Cougars are now 5-0 as they won 49-48 to remain undefeated. Our leading scorers, Madison Brady, she came up big. She had 20 big points. Skylar Boshiers had 10. Blair Medley added 8. Haley Comer had 6. And Emily Ellison added 5. And our Cougars hung on, as we said, to win 49-48 and remain undefeated. Now, we're sad to report that our young Cougars boys team lost to the Wildcats rather handily, 81-67. But we were led by 2 freshmen, which is always a good thing, a good sign of things to come. Freshman Spencer Boshiers led all scorers with 23 points, and freshman Nate Walden added 17. Bryce Duncan and Jake Lane had 8 each. Carter Wells had 6, and Landon Addington had added 3. Now fast forward to Tuesday night as our Cougars and Lady Cougars went to Central, and we're proud to report our Lady Cougars are now 7-0, 3-0 in district play as they won again, 65-30. At no point was this a ball game, folks. I mean, it was just a blowout. And here's some leading scores that you don't normally hear about. Kaylee Jordan, Alyssa Brown, and Haley Comer had 12 points respectively. Skylar Boshiers had 11. Madison Brady had 7. Emily Ellison had 4. Macy Monday had 3. Myra Sexton and Blair Medley chipped in 2 each. And again, our boys did not fare so well, losing to the Bobcats 71-46 to fall to 0 for the season and 0-3 in district play. Nate Walden led our Cougars with 8 points. Spencer Boshiers, Bryce Duncan, and Jake Lane had 7 each. Landon Addington added 6. John Allen Arnold had 4. Carter Wells and Gavin Sexton had 3, and Seth Ward added 1. Now Thursday, the Cougars and Lady Cougars will travel to Whitley County as our very own Jim Freeman will have the call, and the tip-off is set for 4:30. But now we want to tell you it's audio only, okay? So don't get excited. Audio only, and the JV girls game will tip off at 4:30. And then Friday, our Cougars and Lady Cougars will jump back into district play as they will travel to Anderson County High School, and that will start also at 4:30 with the JV boys game down there. From start to finish, J&J Cabinets and Trim complete the job, whether it's in the kitchen, living room, or wherever it may be. Call Joshua at 423-437-1776 or Jason at 423-871-1447 and let them come out and give you a fair and honest estimate of how little the job will cost to beautify your home and improve its value. So, call J&J today. You'll be so glad you did. Mosier & Son Construction, licensed and insured. No job too big or small for Mosier & Son, and I know you probably heard that many times, but it's true. They will do the job right the first time, because Jeff is picky, very picky. Just ask his customers, they'll tell you. Call Jeff. Call today before the bad weather hits at 423-494-8133 for any home improvement you may have to have done. Call Jeff.
Where is Bob's Merchandise?
Make a right turn on Nevada Avenue by the Fleet Building. Go up the road a bit and you are there. Bob's Merchandise has a huge holiday sale on a lot of musical instruments and accessories. It's going on right now. Take this Alvarez RD26 spruce top, mahogany back and side, satin finish, only $239. Bob also has this 3-tier keyboard rack in stock right now.
He has guitars starting at $59 for those kids this Christmas.
Brand new Washburn acoustic with case, only $229.
Also, Bob reminds us that Jesus is the reason for the season. Have a very Merry Christmas.
Bob's Merchandise, 128 Nevada Avenue, La Follette, Tennessee. Making your vision come true. That is what we do. Kirk Pierce Construction, 423-912-4280 or 423-907-2439. Remodeling, siding, windows, doors, framing, bobcat work, seamless guttering. Making your vision come true. That is what we do at Kirk Pierce Construction. Merry Christmas from everyone at Kirk Pierce Construction. Jellicoe was at Lynn Camp this past Tuesday night and lost up there. They lost both games. The boys team is a little down this year, very young, and it shows on the court. They played the Indians of Hancock County this past Friday, and the sports report was there to capture all the action. Okay, we got good news and some bad news. Which one you want first? How about the good news? Here's something I've never been able to say on the sports report. Our Lady Blue Devils won last Friday night over the Lady Indians of Hancock County, 53-38. They won going away. And this is the first time, like I said, I've ever gotten to say that, as our Lady Blue Devils have always had all kinds of trouble closing out games. But not so this past Friday night. Head coach DJ Osborne and his Lady Blue Devils were ready for success, especially number 11, Carmen Harris, who dropped 22 points to lead all scorers. At the end of the first quarter, it looked like just another Lady Blue Devils loss as they were down 16-13. And most teams would build on that lead, and the Lady Indians, they were definitely trying as they were up at halftime 31-24, but our Lady Devils kept hanging in there. And in the third quarter, our ladies woke up and had a 1-point advantage, 38-37, and they never looked back. I've never seen them do this before. They battled, they fought, and they won 53-38. 7 Lady Blue Devils were in the scoring column, and that's a great thing. Behind Carmen Harris, who had 22, she was injured late in the game, but I went over to check on her, and she said she couldn't feel her left foot, but was going back in. I said, okay, you go, girl. But Sarah Moses and Mackenzie Perkins had 8 points each. Leona Douglas had 5. Candace Brandenburg had 3. Lily Ward added 2. And Lexi Henderson had 1 point to round out the scoring for the Lady Blue Devils. The Lady Indians were led by Carly Bolin with 11. Peyton Neely had 10. Cassidy Seal added 7. Sarah Sutton had 4. and Jillian Gibson dropped in 3 to round out the scoring for the Lady Indians. A big win for the Lady Blue Devils, who lost their first 4 games of the season, and now maybe they're on a winning streak. Now, he talked with head coach DJ Osborne, and here's what the coach had to say.
But, you know, it's just a testament to how hard Hancock County really works. And, you know, I think they're a team very similar to us, and we, you know, had an opportunity to come out with an even matchup, and I think hopefully try to take advantage of where we are. And but you know, credit to Hancock County. I thought they played a heck of a game, and they played hard all the way through.
Biggest win of the well, it's the first win of the year for you.
Well, it was the most important game on our schedule, and you know, anytime you get an opportunity, you know, to protect your home floor in district play and take advantage of that, man, it surely makes for a good opener to your season. And to your district season.
Right.
You know, and just like last year, we opened the year against Hancock County in district play. You know, we beat them up there last year, and and so it was good to you know, when they came up here, they beat us on our home floor, and so it was good to avenge that loss. But you know, each year's new, and it's good to start 1-0 on our home floor and in the district.
Well, Coach, you got a lot of good players on your team. Harris really stepped up for you tonight.
Hey, Carmen kept us in the game early, making big-time plays, hitting big-time shots. You know, I thought, you know, really was our offense early. And then in the latter portion of the game, when she got in a little bit of foul trouble, it was Leona Douglas who really was a game changer defensively. You know, it changed really the tempo of what we done and how we played. And she's just a freshman. And so it certainly gives us a good outlook. And she'll continue to grow and get better. It certainly gives us a good outlook for the future. Yes, sir.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you being with us. Congratulations again, and we look forward to another big Jellicoe Lady Blue Devils win.
Thank you, sir. It's good to have you.
Now, here comes the bad news. Our boys lost 64-58, but the bad part isn't that we lost. The bad part is we had this one. At the end of the first quarter, it was all even Steven at 13. At the half, we were down 33-30, but still close enough. At the end of the third quarter, we went ahead 47-41, but something happened late in the final frame. We seemed to slow down. We weren't playing the way we were in the third quarter, and they put on a good full-court press, and there was our trouble. We went on to lose our 5th straight game of this young season, 64-58. Leading scorers for our Blue Devils was Journey Ivy with 16, Bobby Zucchini had 13, Noah Smith and Aaron Smith added 10 each, Grayson Gerber had 7, and Brian LaFew added 2. For the Indians, they were led by Hunter Hope, who had 16, Gage Maloney was right there with 15, Josh Webb had 13, Hunter Hollyfield had 12, Andrew Coates and Austin Seal added 5 each. We told you on last week's show that Jellicoe doesn't have a JV. Well, they do. But we're sad to report that our JV lost as well. They lost big, 77-58. They were led by King Jordan, who dropped 28 on the Indians. Now, next Friday, that's December the 4th, they will travel to Tennessee School of the Deaf. And then on the 7th, we're back home to take on Washburn.
Where is Bob's Merchandise?
Make a right turn on Nevada Avenue by the Fleet Building. Go up the road a bit and you are there. Bob's Merchandise has a huge holiday sale on a lot of musical instruments and accessories. It's going on right now. Take this Alvarez RD26 spruce top, mahogany back and side, satin finish, only $239. Bob also has this 3-tier keyboard rack in stock right now.
He has guitars starting at $59 for those kids this Christmas.
Brand new Washburn acoustic with case, only $229.
Also, Bob reminds us that Jesus is the reason for the season. Have a very Merry Christmas.
Bob's Merchandise, 128 Nevada Avenue, La Follette, Tennessee. Mosier & Son Construction, licensed and insured. No job too big or small for Mosier & Son, and I know you've probably heard that many times, but it's true. They will do the job right the first time, because Jeff is picky. Very picky. Just ask his customer, they'll tell you. Call Jeff. Call today before the bad weather hits at 423-494-8133 for any home improvement you may have to have done. Call Jeff. From start to finish, J&J Cabinets and Trim complete the job. whether it's in the kitchen, living room, or wherever it may be. Call Joshua at 423-437-1776 or Jason at 423-871-1447 and let them come out and give you a fair and honest estimate of how little the job will cost to beautify your home and improve its value. So, call J&J today. You'll be so glad you did. Making your vision come true. That is what we do. Kirk Pierce Construction. 423-912-4280 or 423-907-2439. Remodeling, siding, windows, doors, framing, bobcat work, seamless guttering. Making your vision come true. That is what we do at Kirk Pierce Construction. Merry Christmas from everyone at Kirk Pierce Construction. Now, let's go back to last Thursday night. We were not at La Follette Middle School, as we promised some great kids at Powell Valley Middle School we would be at their homecoming before I knew when La Follette's was. I have a creed, though, and it's simply this. Never make a promise that you don't intend on keeping, especially the kids. And so we went to Powell Valley Middle School this past Thursday night for their homecoming and their games. We didn't get the names of the homecoming queens up there, but they only had 4 contestants, and they only allow the 8th graders to participate. So 2 won and 2 were runner-ups. But we covered the games while we were up there, and now here's that story.
You're watching Navy Grand Boys Report.
Got it.
Thank you, Powell Valley Middle School cheer team, for that awesome promo. Now, these guys were a lot of fun. They were a hoot. They later did a dance, and it has to be the ugliest, goofiest dance I think I've ever witnessed. Let's show you a little bit of it. I hope you're watching this on TV or on our YouTube channel, because radio just does not do it justice. All right, the boys got up first, and the Indians boys team won over J. Frank team, 32-27. It was 10-8 at the end of 1, 19-15 at the half, 25-21 at the end of 3, and then your final. Leading the Indians was Gavin Owens, who had 11. Devin Bird had 6, Andy Osborne had 5, Caleb Powers and Jonah Ellison had 4 each, and Trent Jenkins added 2 to round out the scoring. For the J. Frank White team, they were led by Stephen Thomas with 11, Aiden Dravin had 8, Richie Logan added 7, our little buddy Dalton Brown, who is the son of David and Amanda Brown of Cumberland Gap Medical. He had 1, but he played some great defense. Up next, the girls went at it, and we have to say it was a sloppy game for the most part. A low-scoring affair with the Lady Indians coming out on top in this one as well. 20-11. But a win is a win. Leading the Lady Indians in scoring was Piper Edwards, who had 10 points, Emma Miracle, Jenna Beth Wilburn, Kayla Statkowski, and Kenzia Hatmaker, and our little buddy, who we knew at Valley View, Miss Maddie Richardson, all had 2 each. Now for the J. Frank White team, they were led by Taylor Kohlmeyer, who had 6, and Naomi Garner, who was right behind her with 5. Again, we thank the good folks at Powell Valley Middle School for putting up with us, and we will be back when we can.
This is Jacksboro Middle School, and live.
Oh, what a night at Jacksboro Middle School last Monday night. The first 2 games were kind of ho-hum, but the boys' game, well, we'll talk about that in a minute, but first, the JV boys went at it, with the JV Eagles winning in a very good ball game, 41-36. Started out like the JV Owls were going to run away with it, as my little big man, Rylan Hundley, made the first 5 points of the game, all in favor of Follette, but the JV Eagles came alive. The Follette Middle School had a 24-20 halftime lead, but lost in the second as the JV Eagles scored 21 points in that frame, but the JV Owls could only muster 12. So now we move on to the girls' game. Started out like the Lady Owls came to play, as they were hanging around early in the first half, but ran out of steam, and we'll just say Travis and Amanda Thompson, and the Lady Eagles came out on top. Lindsay Turner had 12 points, and she put in 4 threes for the Lady Owls. Abigail Mayfield, our Miss Homecoming Queen, and Hannah Harness added 2 each, but that was it. The Lady Eagles had 9 players in the scoring column. Mo Ray Owens led the Lady Eagles with 12 points. Izzy Prophet had 10. Claire Castleberry, Kylie Davis, Emma Brandenburg had 8 each. Rachel Cowan had 6. Destiny Rutherford had 4. Carly White had added 2. And Lexi Morris added 1. Travis and Amanda Thompson did call off the dogs early in this game in a sign of good sportsmanship. But still yet, when you're not playing well, it doesn't matter. Now, here's why I said wow. To begin this segment, if you had a 4-point lead with only 5.2 seconds left in the game clock, you'd feel pretty good about your chances of winning, right? Okay, let me see if I can help you understand the events that led up to what was about to happen in this game. Wow, what a game. I mean, you talk about emotions. Devin Jones got teed up late in the game. Okay, he got teed up. That's 2 foul shots. Then the ref teed him up again. And it was all one ref, and which removed Devin from the game. We removed him from the bench, from the game, out the door, from the gym. He left. By this point, the crowd was in a frenzy. The Eagle fans were cheering on their team. The Owl fans were on the one ref who decided Devin Jones had to go. And before I go any further, you don't see refs make these calls, especially late in games, because they really want the kids to play, they want the clock to run, and they want to go home. But with 5.2 seconds on the game clock, the score, 32-28, La Follette Middle School. Number 1, Dom Supancic stepped up, hit 2 free throws to draw the Eagles closer at 32-30. Good job, Dom. Up next came the technical foul shots, and since there were 2 tees, you get 4 shots. The Eagles got 4 foul shots, and number 13, Drew Crowley, hit all 4 shots to give the Eagles a 34-32 lead, and by this time the crowd was really going crazy on both sides. Ken Weaver was, he was just out of his mind on the sidelines, and just everybody, I think everybody was screaming, hollering, and kicking and gouging, all except for me and maybe Robbie O'Daniel of the press. But anyway, they had to foul. La Follette had to foul somebody with 5.2. So Jacksboro Middle School inbounded the ball. La Follette fouled David Atkins and put him on the line. He hit 2 big free throws to give the Eagles a 36-32 lead, and that was your ball game. I felt so bad for both teams, really, as nobody wants to win this way. But here's the deal. You can say what you want to about the young referee, who definitely had a huge impact on this game, but you cannot take away from the fact that Dom Supancic, Drew Crowley, and David Atkins stepped up huge and hit their shots for their team when they had the opportunity. We can't say that the refs lost or won the game, because if these 3 young men don't do their job with the weight of the world on their shoulders, then this is nothing more than a nothing burger. But they came up big, and all the credit goes to these 3 young men and the entire team for keeping the game close so that these 3 guys could do what they did. Yeah, the ref probably won't officiate at either school for the rest of his natural days, but that's beside the point. The point is, Dom Supancic, Drew Crowley, and David Atkins stepped up when their team needed them and helped their team win the game. News from Elk Valley, this provided by our good friend Jerry Llewellyn, who tells the Sports Report the Elks boys team won over Fairview in a great ball game. Final buzzer shot, 55-53, in a great ball game. Hayden Llewellyn made the game winner with time running out. He finished the game with 41 big points. The game was played at Elk Valley, and we're sad to report that Nancy Douglas and the Lady Elks lost 37-19. They could never get going. Now their next game will be at Clarefield, and the girls' game will start at 6, and the boys at 7, and that's on Thursday. Elementary school, Jellicoe was at Valley View Tuesday night to get ready. It's kind of like a get-ready game for the county tournament, but it was 5th grade night at Valley View. Boy, I seem to be hitting all them 5th grade nights everywhere I go here lately. But in the boys' game, which was played first, the Bobcats of Valley View put it to the Baby Blue Devils of Jellicoe, and we'll leave it right there. Leading the Bobcats was Brady Harris with 14, Eli Lawson at 8, Hunter Dodson, John Isaac Jones, Braden Gosnell, and Josh Parton all had 4 each. Ethan S. and Lucas Claiborne had 2 each. Now for the Baby Blue Devils, they were led by Bird, who had 4 points, and that was it. So I guess you can figure out what the score is. Up next, Lady Bobcats and Lady Blue Devils, Baby Blue Devils, they went at it. But now the scorekeeper, whoever done this game, he didn't write everything down. So, but we do know that Jellicoe won, and they both will get ready for the county tournament, which will be at La Follette Middle School starting December the 10th. This past Saturday, Campbell County Youth Basketball Association went back at it. Now we'll be there in the next couple of weeks for the late games, as we want to catch some of the bigger kids in action and get all that for you. But they will play this Friday at the old rec center. They will play Saturday at 2 locations, east and west of Follette. And if you need some information, don't call me. Call the rec center, 423-562-9424. Okay, now everybody in White Oak, don't forget the school board meeting the second Tuesday, which is the 11th at 6 p.m. at the courthouse. Should be the lower level. You need to be there in support of your school board members and let the others know that you want something done about the situation in White Oak. So, get up, drive on down there to Jacksboro, and go in there and let them see you. Alright, this just in, we want to announce that Brent Pill will be the new head football coach at Jellicoe High School, and they will have a press conference at 2:30 on Thursday, that's today, and we'll bring you back a full report on next week's show, so stay tuned for that. Making your vision come true, that is what we do. Kirk Pierce Construction, 423-912-4280 or 423-907-2439. Remodeling, siding, windows, doors, framing, bobcat work, seamless guttering. Making your vision come true, that is what we do at Kirk Pierce Construction. Merry Christmas from everyone at Kirk Pierce Construction. Mosier & Son Construction, licensed and insured. No job too big or small for Mosier & Son, and I know you probably heard that many times, but it's true. They will do the job right the first time, because Jeff is picky, very picky. Just ask his customer, they'll tell you. Call Jeff. Call today before the bad weather hits at 423-494-8133 for any home improvement you may have to have done. Call Jeff. From start to finish, J&J Cabinets and Trim complete the job, whether it's in the kitchen, living room, or wherever it may be. Call Joshua at 423-437-1776 or Jason at 423-871-1447 and let them come out and give you a fair and honest estimate of how little the job will cost to beautify your home and improve its value. So, call J&J today. You'll be so glad you did.
Where is Bob's Merchandise?
Make a right turn on Nevada Avenue by the Fleet Building. Go up the road a bit and you are there. Bob's Merchandise has a huge holiday sale on a lot of musical instruments and accessories. It's going on right now. Take this Alvarez RD26 spruce top, mahogany back and side, satin finish, only $239. Bob also has this 3-tier keyboard rack in stock right now.
He has guitars starting at $59 for those kids this Christmas.
Brand new Washburn acoustic with case, only $229.
Also, Bob reminds us that Jesus is the reason for the season. Have a very Merry Christmas.
Bob's Merchandise, 128 Nevada Avenue, La Follette, Tennessee. All right, that's a real quick look at today's sports. I thank everybody for being with me, and I would really, really, really appreciate it if you would at least call our sponsors and thank them for promoting your kids. J&J Cabinets and Trim, Jeff Mosier Construction, and Bob's Merchandise on Nevada Avenue, and Kirk Pierce Construction. Now, we also want to tell you, if you would like to advertise on the Sports Report, just text me, don't call me, text me at 423-912-2005 and say, I want to sponsor, and I'll get right back to you. All right, you guys stay tuned right here at WLAF. This is the home of David Grimm's Sports Report.